I am getting a real job. Every time I get asked what I do for a living, I tell people I make YouTube videos online and they're like, okay, cool, great hobby, but what do you actually do? And this is starting to be a bit annoying, which is why today I'm getting a real job. And since I love Nintendo so much, I decided, why not work for them? I was browsing online and I found this VHS of the 1993 Nintendo training program. And today we're gonna be watching it together. And that way we'll learn how to be the very best employee Nintendo ever has. But that's gonna be me, not you, okay?
Welcome to Nintendo of America and the unique Power of Choice product demonstration seminar.
Yeah, and all that. D-U-L-L, boring, man.
Bro, who's that guy on the couch? Whoa. No one told me I was gonna be watching a concert. And is this guy playing the Game Boy? And this kid's playing the Super Scope? Those things can actually do music? I feel like what I'm seeing right now is not legit.
Hey, welcome to the Nintendo team and the 1993 holiday demonstration program.
Alright, we're getting to the actual training program now.
I'm Ben. Nice to meet you.
Hey Ben.
During this holiday season, you and your store will be representing the largest manufacturer of video games in the world. You know, Nintendo.
Let's go!
You'll see why 70 million other game player dudes across the world are Nintendo nutso. It's radical fun, man.
Nintendo nutso? Radical? You know what? I'm not so sure I want to work for them anymore.
And now, the condensed version of the history of Nintendo.
Hey, this is good. Time to learn.
Nintendo Kopai is established to manufacture Hanafuda, or playing cards, cards that are still produced today.
I just can't wait until they talk about the Nintendo Love Hotels. You know, those hotels Nintendo rented to people so that they could relax.
1981, Donkey Kong hits the arcades.
Wait, 1981 already? We skipped like 30 years. I guess they don't want you to remember about the Love Hotels after all.
1985, the Nintendo Entertainment System is introduced in the United States.
So basically in this part, they're gonna tell you when the NES was released, when the SNES was released, when the Game Boy was released, and they're gonna showcase a couple games like Zelda and Mario Paint. But no Super Mario Bros. They chose Mario Paint over the original Mario. That's kind of funny, right?
Very historical. Anyway, you've got 3 objectives. First, get each customer to buy the Nintendo system or accessories that no normal human could live without.
Making them buy the thing. Should be simple enough.
Get the kids and the adults to get their hands on the cool demo units in your store. And third, answer all the questions the customer has about the competition.
The competition? Wait, I'm hired by Nintendo to talk about other consoles? By the way, do I have to wear the uniform? Like the jacket and the hat? I mean, if I have to, I will, but it's not very fashionable.
Sounds like a lot, huh? Nah, chill. We got it all worked out. I got the action on all the key areas, like how to set up your Mario display and use your brochures, and everything you ever wanted to know about Nintendo's awesome product line.
This dude's also wearing the same ridiculous outfit. I guess I will have to wear the jacket and the hat.
I'm also going to tell you how to fill out the paperwork. No. That's the good news. That's how to get some cash.
Yeah, it's time for the money, baby!
You even get a certificate of achievement, a really awesome piece of paper that tells everyone you represent a Nintendo, so you'll be like the envy of your entire neighborhood.
Wow, a certificate. How unique. I totally can't just print myself one.
Let's get started. You should have a bunch of stuff that came into the store in a big white box that this tape came out of.
Gotta love the big white box with the big Nintendo logo on it. Like, if this is dropped in front of my house, porch pirates are definitely gonna pick it up and steal it. I guess I'm gonna have to call Mark Rober to put some glitter and some fart spray inside of the box to protect myself. So now the announcer dude basically tells you everything that's inside the box. And there's a lot of things actually. There's even a brochure about sports games. Like, you can tell that they definitely wanted to have non-gamers be interested in Super Nintendo if they're gonna make a whole sports game brochure.
A training binder with 5 laminated sheets in the back details all the key features and benefits of Nintendo's products. Make sure to read the binder after watching this video.
What? I gotta do homeworks? But it's summertime, bruh!
There is also a game pack directory noting game release dates and other cool info.
Oh, release dates! Time to leak some things online!
2 of 4 different buttons to wear on your vest.
Wait, 2 out of 4 button pins? But what if I'm a collector and I want all of those? What am I supposed to do? Get this job twice?
The Super Mario All-Stars Player's Guide, the Street Fighter II Turbo Player's Guide, and the Mario Paint Player's Guide.
Wait, Mario Paint has a player's guide? What is it gonna teach me? How to destroy that annoying bee by clicking faster? Dang, actually the guide is like 115 pages long and teaches you how to recreate iconic scenes from Mario, Zelda, Star Fox and more. It's actually pretty cool.
1 vest and hat to wear while working on this job.
No! I gotta wear the vest and the hat!
1 roll of Mario stickers for handouts to kids.
Excuse me, why only kids? What if I want the stickers because they look pretty cool?
Freeze, Ed. You forgot to tell them what they get for free. Bono gifts, dudes. Bono gifts, dudes.
Bono gift, dudes! This Ben dude is really annoying and I'm starting to get sick of him.
That's right, Ben. Our lucky demonstrators will also get to keep 1 Mario thermal travel mug and a Mario Paint pen with flashlight keychain. Mario Paint, the power to create. But that's not all. At the end of the program, they also receive the hat, the vest, the Nintendo keychain, the 2 buttons, and the stand-up Magician Mario display.
Hey, you know what? This ain't bad. They give you a free games, a couple merch, and you get to keep the hat and the jacket. It's gonna be a pretty cool job. As long as Ben is not working with me.
Hey, here's a hot tip. When you go through the box of stuff, use a checkoff sheet in the setting up section of the binder to make it easy. You know, kind of like a shopping list. And hey, that's a lot of stuff. So if you're missing any of those supplies Ed went on and on about, check out the supply section of your training binder thing and dial the 1-800 number to get what you need.
I didn't receive anything yet, so I guess I'm gonna have to call the number now.
No one is available to take your call. At the tone, please record your message.
Well, I guess the number is not working that well anymore.
Sometime around December 1st, you'll get a box delivered that looks just like this. It'll have additional brochures that is geared more towards parents. It tells about how Nintendo has reduced violence in its games and about the strict standards they have to keep games fun for the family.
Yeah, make sure to tell parents that Nintendo games are not violent at all. You know, except for that game where the plumber punches the dinosaur behind the head.
Now, these contaminated.
That's laminated.
Cool. Now, while on the job, feel free to dress cash. But you also gotta be professional. You can wear like pants and a nice shirt.
Oh, so I can wear pants, but I'm not required to.
And you know, shoes and stuff are required by law.
Dang it!
You also gotta wear the vest and the hat so everyone can see you and know you're the Nintendo answer dude.
Crap.
First thing we gotta talk about is Nintendo's Super Nintendo Entertainment System. You know, Super NES. It's way cool, and it's the most awesome Nintendo system there is. Super NES has something called Direct Access Memory Time. This memory is 88% faster than the competitors. It also can have 60% more moving objects on the screen at one time.
I kind of find it funny that back then, Nintendo was all about showing big numbers. Like, we have the most powerful consoles, the fastest one. And then their most popular consoles are like the Wii and the Switch. And both those systems are pretty underpowered compared to the competition.
Next is the Super NES control set. It lets the consumer who buys it decide what games and accessories to get. Make sure you have the purchaser get their favorite game to take home with this system, or they'll be real bored right away because they won't be able to play the game or anything.
The thing is, it may sound dumb to have to remind parents to buy a game for the system they got, but back then, like, parents had no clue what video games were, so I can see a couple of kids getting a Super Nintendo for Christmas without a game. Like, Christmas morning must be kinda lame.
The Super NES has way cool accessories too, like the Super NES Super Scope, Mario Paint, and Super NES Cleaning Kit.
The Super NES Cleaning Kit? Now this is an accessory you definitely want. Why?
Check this out.
Now two can play the games of the Super NES Super Scope, Yoshi Safari, and Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge.
What the heck? That was so cool!
It's time for Game Boy. Check this out. Game Boy is the only truly portable game system available on the market. It has over 300 games available for the system. 50% of the players are adults. Over 12 million units sold. Some people say they want a color Game Boy. Color, dudes, means more poundage. Color products are like 2 times as heavy as Game Boy.
Wait, so colors actually make the console heavier?
Try 2.79 pounds against 10.6 ounces.
Time out. What is happening behind Ben? Like, what's that video playing? A bunch of buff dudes training?
Color means you gotta use more batteries.
Oh, so the batteries are heavier.
Game Boy uses 4 AA batteries that last for as long as 30 hours. The Color system uses 6 AA batteries and they last like 3 to 4 hours. Do the math.
I remember batteries used to be so expensive, and nowadays I just buy a big bunch of them on Amazon and they last me for like a year.
The basic set comes with the Game Boy, of course, and 4 AA batteries. You gotta love this batteries included thing.
Right, Ben, don't forget, batteries are included.
Batteries included.
Hey, we don't want to forget about the one that got the whole thing happening, the NES, for the Nintendo Entertainment System. There's the newly designed control deck. This system includes the same 8-bit system, but with a much cooler new exterior. It's top-loading, so changing games is quick and easy. And
I almost forgot about the top-loading NES and the weird controller it came with. Good times.
Dudes, lots of product. If you have any questions on any of this stuff, call Nintendo's Consumer Service Hotline toll-free.
Thank you for calling Nintendo. For assistance in English, press 1.
Hey, it's the same number. It still works.
Hey, we talked setup, we talked product, let's talk games. So what's hot and new this holiday? Let's take a look.
Okay, this part is like the ancestor of Nintendo Directs. Let's check out those headlines.
For the Super NES, there's another killer sports game to add to the lineup. NHL Stanley Cup, Super Mario Bros. All-Stars. This game pack includes 4 games in one. A must-have for the Super Mario Bros. Enthusiast, Mortal Kombat. The game everyone's talking about, Yoshi Safari. Yoshi's on the loose again, but this time for your Super Scope.
Nintendo Direct with rock music playing in the background is actually low-key pretty cool.
Then for Game Boy, Kirby's Pinball. Play arcade pinball on your Game Boy. No quarter required. It's cool. Kirby's the ball. Kirby's the ball. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Link's the ball. Okay, now, I stocked your brain up on Nintendo. Let me update you on talking to the customers. First of all, don't be a pushy used car sales dude fast-talking customers to death. We don't want that image.
Well, that's actually interesting because this whole training video kind of looks like a bad sales commercial.
Hey, that's my car. You want it?
No, Ben, I do not want your car. In fact, I don't want anything to do with you whatsoever.
Get your store's customers rocking with your suave, bold demeanor. Be enthusiastic and talk video game fun. Don't be fake or too technical. Be real and tell them why Nintendo is so cool.
I think I'm gonna need a couple examples of how to act natural with customers.
These guys will show you how it's done.
You know, I was talking to the guy over there, and he told me that there's a color portable system available.
Well, you know, color does have its drawbacks. And one of those happens to be the weight of the unit. I mean, the unit's going to weigh about 3 pounds as opposed to 10.6 ounces with the Game Boy. Also, you're going to pay a price. You're going to pay a lot in batteries, too.
Well, maybe I wasn't that bad after all.
Hi.
Hi.
You're the Nintendo person, right?
Uh-huh.
Great. Why are they redesigning the NES?
Well, by redesigning the NES system, Nintendo is actually showing its commitment to the 8-bit market.
Who talks like that?
Well, you know, it's getting close to Christmas, and I'm getting ready to get a game pack for my children. But I've been watching all the news reports on violence in video games, and I'm quite concerned about that. You know, I really want to make a good choice for them.
We actually have this brochure for parents. It details some of the things we look at when we make video games.
Wow, that's great.
Like, I just can't see this scenario happening in real life.
Hi.
Hi. You know, I was talking to the other guy over there, and he told me that the other system actually is better sound, better graphics, is an overall better system, so I'm not sure which one to get.
Let me show you this comparison chart. This shows that in every category, the Super NES is superior to the competition.
Like, someone's gonna go to you and ask, is this game violent? And you're gonna be like, oh, I got this paper. It says it's not violent. Trust me, ma'am. It's good for you kids. That's so weird.
You may also hear rumors. When you're out there, perceptions do not always match reality. So don't be surprised to hear these common objections. Nintendo is not cutting edge or not coming out with the most advanced, coolest products like the CD-ROM. Not! Let's get real. CD-ROM is slow.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, this actually aged like fine wine because the Nintendo Switch went back to using cartridges. CD-ROMs are cringe, bruh.
With vastly superior video, more challenging games, and just a little character. Kids couldn't get enough of Mario and his adventures. So Nintendo introduced Super NES, and Mario's 8-bit land exploded into a 16-bit world.
So now we get to watch a little movie that tells us about how Nintendo pushed the technology further by introducing the NES and the SNES. But this next part is actually quite interesting.
Project Reality.
Those graphics, at the time, they looked pretty fine. They looked like real life, hence Project Reality.
That may have felt like the 21st century, but these phenomenal effects will be dazzling arcade game players this time next year. And by the end of 1995, Project Reality will be a reality to all home players as well.
Oh, Project Reality is actually the Nintendo 64? Let's go!
Now, let's talk sports.
No, let's not.
There's two more things you gotta know about. Number one, how to complete the forms. And number two, what to do with all this stuff at the end of the demo. Forms. You gotta complete and sign these things every day.
Ugh, more paperwork. Ugh.
Now, you can keep the following, like Ed the announcer dude said before. You get the hat, you get the vest, Nintendo keychain, Mario paint, pen, and flashlight keyring, the 2 buttons, pink copy of your reimbursement form, the stand-up Mario display, screwdriver, and your Mario thermal travel mug.
But what if I don't want to keep the vest or the hat?
And whatever you don't want, you gotta destroy.
You gotta destroy it? Can't I just give it back to someone in need?
You gotta destroy. Party on, Nintendo demonstrators, and have a good time. Hasta Luigi, baby.
Hasta Luigi? Ben, you make the worst jokes ever! I seriously dislike you very much! Well, now that I've watched everything, I'm not so sure I want to be a Nintendo rep anymore. Like, the vest and the hat, like it's a deal breaker for me. You know what? I guess I'll just keep making more videos and we'll stick to this as my day job. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, smash like, subscribe, and as for me, well, I'll go back to making more videos, cause I don't want to work with Ben, ever!